There's nothing rude, I don't think, in here, too much anyway. Oops, yeah, so much. I've really rooted myself as an artist. I make really work about scenes that we've imagined but never really seen before. And here is Donald Trump in the Oval Office, and try and make them look as realistic as possible. And one foot in truth and one foot in fantasy, and scenes that Donald Trump actually owns, Miss Universe, and what actually happens behind.
There was one in particular who played the part of Miss Mexico, who was I might say, a very, very good sport.
But how I started was Princess Diana died, and I started this at the Royal College of Art, and I thought, isn't it strange that people are mourning her death more than they're mourning a close relative? So I thought, if I get a picture of Diana, there was iconic pictures of Mario Testino's Diana at that point, and I'll shoot at it and try and eradicate it from my psyche. And so I was shooting at it, and of course I couldn't, and it was just looking like something else, like a Miss Rack or some other artwork, and it was getting all very gory. And then actually I was legally stopped by the Royal College of Art saying it's infringing Testino's copyright. And I thought, well, who's going to see it? Testino's not going to see it. So I just got nobody's, and turned them into Diana Dodi and their mixed-race child. So I shot this at the Royal College, which caused a tremendous controversy because it was suddenly bypassing any legal loophole, but it was an exploration into how voyeuristic we are, looking totally realistic. I wanted to replace the real, because the concept for me is that we don't know what's real or fake anymore. We really cannot tell. And imagery, when done well, will replace the real. We don't need the real thing at all. And where that's going in the future is a very interesting question for me. And all the scenes that we're dying to know intimately, Camilla and the Queen then, I was trying to titillate people more into being more voyeuristic than they already were. And the press were going completely crazy trying to get my work out of my studio. So I wasn't really allowed to show my work at the Royal College. And they were reappropriating my images, saying I was tasteless, but giving me whole pages in the media and going international and doing debates on it and creating sensationalist headlines and paying people to do cartoons. And it was really going totally crazy until things changed. They exhausted a bad news angle on me and started then putting my work on the front cover. They compared me to Hogarth, which was pretty amazing. So then they started to be nice to me, lots of front covers, columns. I had a column in the Sunday Times. I did a BBC 3 series, and there was about 500,000 people who saw it. I used the real celebrities. So this is the real Elton John with the Queen. So he collects my work. So while he was at my studio, I asked him if he would mind being in a photograph with the Queen. And we did a series of photographs, and he was singing God Save the Queen for the Queen. And the legals are always very difficult to navigate because there's always a potential threat that I could be sued, because the law doesn't know what to do with my work, because it really is kind of Camilla Parker Bowles in your mind, but that is a lookalike, and really this person's just a wig, some shadow on her face, a glass covering the rest of her face, but the lawyers deem it so like Camilla Parker Bowles, they make me put this type of thing on it. This is not Camilla Parker Bowles. My thing is I've always taken risks. I think I have it in my DNA. I just can't help it. I just do what I feel I should. And whenever I'm feeling nervous, I know it's probably a good idea. I know that most people probably thinking I shouldn't do it, but that's when I'm going to do it. It's very, very difficult. It's a real battle at all times. And also always keeping, and this is the most important thing, really, the artistic integrity in place, that it's authentically my work, not too silly, you know, not ridiculous, not just a silly joke, that it's all rooted in, we really can't believe what we see anymore, and where is that going? It's a very serious issue. I think that's all I have to say for today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.